Welcome to Geoff Schwartz's Smarter Than You. Geoff Schwartz, money presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Geoff Schwartz, Matt Ford, day after Christmas. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, a great holiday season. New Year's is coming up next week as well, and we're in the midst of football. I'm in the midst of a lot of work, so energy, I don't know. I am ready, Matt, for the NFL season to be done from a gambling perspective. We'll talk about all of that. How was your holiday, sir?
It was nice. I'll tell you, man, you've kids, and all of a sudden Christmas becomes like one of the longest stretches of the year. And I did not I did not know that. And I'm like, it's Friday, I have to work today. What the hell is going on? I'm in like a total haze.
The thing is, you get so used to your kid being in daycare and a regular routine that when they're not and they're at home for 2 weeks straight, you just like don't know what to do because you get so
Yeah.
used to like September through December. You put them in daycare, you're working, your wife's working, and all of a sudden your work doesn't quit, but the daycare goes away for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And it's like it's been fun. We've spent so much time together. It's been fun, but then like as it goes, the less you feel like your job's even real. You're like, who is this Hank Groberg sending me emails? Like, get out of here. I'm being a dad now. But that's not how it works. So it's shout out to all the working parents out there juggling, Geoff, you among them.
Uh,
Um, is the
we were,
is Go ahead.
I'm saying we're about to start today, the show, and we're going to go over the games yesterday, the games on Saturday, and the games Sunday.
Yeah.
And you opened up a jury summons, and I wish you had done this on camera.
I think that's illegal, but yes, I kind of wish I did too.
I guess I don't know. So I don't
I'm
know if we
looking
have
at it.
jury duty in North Carolina. I've never gotten a summons for like I don't know like how they choose like in North Carolina, but I've got no summons. I didn't get any when I lived in Los Angeles, but you are now summoned to the courtroom later this month or next month, I should say.
No, this month. Yeah, right. A month. Oh, actually, a month from today, which is insane. But I think I was talking to my mom the other day, and she's never been summoned. She's 70. She's never been summoned, and I was like, how is that possible? And then the next day, I get a summons, and I should just give it to her. Like she's got the time. She's retired. She's thankful. Thank God she's watching my son right now. That's an amazing use of her time. But like people like her can do it. Like I can't do it. I like what responsibility am I supposed to shirk? Which gives me a bit of an idea. I think jury duty should be reimagined, and it should be like Fogo de Chao, where if you have time in your life, you just stick your little green flag up and you go like, hey, like I have a dark week on my show at work. Like plenty of people in LA right now are like, I have some extra time. Like my movie doesn't start. Green flag. It's like, nope, sorry, can't do it. I can't have any more Brazilian steak. I'm putting up the red flag. I can't. It's the week before the Super Bowl. Like I can't be in some courtroom listening to somebody talk about their traffic ticket. Like what am I doing?
Can you delay it?
I have no idea. I've never had it in LA. I had it in New York, and you can go and you can push it back in New York pretty easily.
I mean, you can go and say obviously like, you know, when you get summons, if you get summons, you might not get summons to the courtroom even. Like
Right.
you can obviously say, I have a work thing or this is an excuse. Just say like I hate police officers or I hate I despise murderers, and you just get off just immediately. Just be biased in one direction.
I love murderers. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know how it works here, but
I hope
that's the
they,
Larry David move. That's a famous move.
which is what?
To like say something insane and then get
Yeah.
dismissed. I think he made that strategy popular. Like I feel like now that's just a move.
It certainly would be a move. I think Matt, it might be a move for me to just stop wagering the NFL altogether. That might be the move for me.
Is that the move?
Um, so yesterday we had 3 Christmas games. My favorite bet of Christmas was the Chiefs under 10.5 points. Somehow that got steamed to 12.5. Okay. The Chiefs scored their 13th point
Yep.
with 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
How many yards did the Chiefs have on offense when they went over their team total yesterday?
79.
95.
95. Yeah. Okay.
95.
They had 79, I think, until that drive. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. Like I literally can't handicap a game any differently.
Yeah.
Like this is exactly how it went. They had 150 yards on offense and went over their team total.
and 60 of them were on the last drive. Like, and they look terrible.
Like it just like it blows my mind. I took Denver minus 12. I mean, ended up being a bad bet. Denver outgained it by like 250 yards. Like I don't think it was the
Hmm.
worst bet to make. I thought Vikings would win outright, so I got that one at least. And I put that in a
That's
parlay
impressive.
that ended up doing that. They made me some money yesterday. But we've had 7 holiday games this year: 3 Thanksgiving, 1 Black Friday, and 3 on Christmas. The underdog has covered all 7 of those games, Matt. And
Wow.
yesterday was a wild day where Cowboys Commanders was entertaining. Even though I'm sorry your squad lost, but at this point it's probably better to just lose as best as you
100%
can.
better. Yep.
Um, the Vikings for 6 turnovers, they had negative team passing yards. So when you get sacked in the NFL, it goes on to just like team passing.
Right.
In sacked in college football, it goes on quarterback rushing yards, which never made sense to me. So they had -7, I think, passing yards as a team till the final drive where he completed a 10-yard pass to make it 3 passing yards for the Vikings. They win that game. And the night game, the Broncos outplayed the Chiefs, but kicked field goals and had a dumb turnover that was really no one's fault. It was a tip pass, and they win that game by 7. But the story yesterday, Matt, before I get into our wagers for tomorrow and Sunday, was we would have been 0-2 probably if we had a show earlier the week on the Cowboys and the Chiefs. But the Lions are done. They're out of the playoffs. The field is set in the NFC as far as we know the 8 teams. There are 7 teams that make it. We know 8 of them because the NFC South is between the Panthers and the Bucks at this point. So the field is set. It is 3 NFC West teams. It is 2 North teams, 1 South team, and 1 team from the East. Any thoughts on the Lions' demise this year?
It's, I mean, what would the parlay of Ravens, Chiefs, and Lions to miss the playoffs have paid? Like, I think it was 10 to 1. Um, Lions window closed really quick, man. Like last year, it felt like they could. I mean, as I watched my team just absolutely obliterate them and put up 50 on them in their building in the playoffs, then watching yesterday where it's like, wow, like neither of these teams, it feels like they're just a mile away from ever playing a meaningful football game. I don't know, man. The Lions thing, it's kind of predictable, but it's still kind of surprising all the same. The Ben Johnson factor, obviously, I think Campbell without Ben Johnson is under a 500 coach, and with him, he's like 20 games over 500. I think I have something close to that, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it's like the offensive line just falling apart. I think is the big thing. Like the defense played great yesterday, but I think just it went from the offensive line out, and they just I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that they're like a tweak away, or do you think windows closed and like time to rethink this thing?
I think the window's closed. Windows are that short in the NFL, right? Now you can make the argument that you put you put some pieces back together and you have an opportunity to get back back in this thing. But I just think that look, the division's better, right? Caleb Williams is going to have the Bears in a good place, right? Moving forward, they're going to get better. The Packers are going to be the Packers every year, right? Now maybe you have a 3rd place schedule next season, and that ends up helping you out a little bit. Um, but it does feel like Goff's 1 year older now, um, and I just think it's sort of closed.
Yeah,
Do you?
it closes really quick when you don't have that kind of quarterback. Because if Goff, I don't think Goff is the kind of guy who elevates that group. He's good enough, but it happens really quickly, man. Like we've seen this happen plenty of other times where it's like, oh wow, like all of a sudden your team is just not in the mix anymore, and it's a disappointing run just for that team with all that talent and all the 15-2 last year. Like just
Well, look, they lost both coordinators, right? Obviously,
yeah,
which is a big deal. And Dan Campbell just clearly is not set out to be the OC,
yeah,
like set out to be the head coach, a CEO type. Great at that. But offensive coordinator wise, they need to make a change. We talked about this before. Their defense to me just has never been as good as they keep claiming it is, even though injuries do play a role in that. And they have to find a way not to get hurt. Excuse me. I was on the radio yesterday with, we had on Dan Miller, the play-by-play guy for the Lions, and he mentioned like 8 times in the interview how much Frank Ragnow being out this season really did a number on that offense. And so again, you got to find a center. It feels like there's a Frank Ragnow type center. So a lot to work on
Easier said than
from
done.
that perspective. All right, you want to get into the games? Obviously, 3 down from this week, and
Yeah.
2 big games tomorrow that are going to matter a lot.
Yeah. I want to say one thing. I think you may have sent this to me about my team. They played 8 standalone games this year
Oh,
and
and 8.
lost all 8 of them.
Yeah.
God, what a nightmare. So probably a team that everyone will be down on going into next season, and who can blame them? But maybe a betting edge. Tomorrow, Saturday, the 27th, we have 2 games, both with some playoff implications. The Texans are at the Chargers at 4:30 Eastern. Chargers are laying a 1.5, and I went back and forth on this one 50 times. Where are you?
So to me, the play in this game is the under. Um, I just think that teams aren't going to score,
Yeah.
right? Um, you look at the offensive lines for each team and the concerns you have with their offensive lines. Texans have 2 DNs that, they have over 10 sacks each. Will Anderson, I think, is like a half sack away from hitting our over that we bet on this year, Matt. I think that the market is like the best market to be in the sack. We're going to go 3-0 in the sack market this season for our props.
Interesting.
And on the other side, look, people are really high on the Texans, but their offensive line is not good.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem in the postseason. Like it's good that they're playing better football. Their offensive line is just not good. I think I lean Houston ever so slightly here, Matt, in this game with the Chargers offensive line situation. Houston might be slightly better just as a team overall. But I don't trust either team in this game. I feel like this is a good number for this game. It's probably, it's a pick 'em essentially on a neutral field, which feels about right for this game. Chargers have to win to keep the AFC West hopes alive. They play the Broncos next week. Actually, I kind of like, just for rooting purposes, that would be kind of fun. Like, I think that having Chargers Broncos next week for a division is an exciting matchup in football. Like, I think that's a fun matchup for football. So I'm kind of rooting for the Chargers to win just so we can have that fun matchup next week. So yeah, because they'll be 12-4. The Broncos will be 13-3. Chargers already beat the Broncos. So they beat them again, they'd be 13-4 each. They have the tiebreaker. They have the 1 seed. I mean, the Chargers have the 1 seed essentially if New England fumbles here down the stretch as well. So I think just as a fan, I hope the Chargers win, but I don't think I have a play on this one.
Yeah, with all of those things that could go right, it feels like this is the kind of game the Chargers do something very strange and lose in.
Are they still doing that though? Are they still doing that with? I feel like that's not happening with Harbaugh as much.
It's not happening with Harbaugh quite as much, but yeah, I mean, in general, Herbert not great against good teams since 2020. He is 4-17 against teams over 500 straight up. But I feel like all of those wins have come exactly when I've harped on a stat like that.
Yeah.
3-1 this year. Yeah, I mean, these two teams, I feel like they always play each other at a weird time where like one of them is streaking up and one of them is streaking down.
Yeah.
I think I'm Houston, but like not strongly. Like I feel like the offensive line matchup is a real problem, more so for the Chargers than the Texans. Yeah. And like the Texans last week, they were what 14-point favorites or something, and
barely covered. Yeah,
they barely won. So I think people are kind of down on them, but I don't really feel like there's a good edge here.
I don't think there is either. There might be edge in the next game though, because I mean, it's like 90% people are betting the Packers, but I mean, I don't know how we don't. At least consider it.
This is an interesting one. I'm excited to talk about it. The Packers are now laying 4.5 points to Baltimore. At DraftKings, that's plus 100. So to bet on the Packers. So you can probably fiddle with that line a little bit. Lamar Jackson, doubtful. And we still don't really know the quarterback status for the Packers, unless there was an update.
Lovin and Willis both practiced.
Yeah, they both practice. Yeah, still questionable officially. I mean, what's really weird is Love and Lamar, of course, are in at least at some point this season, we're both in the MVP conversation. And now I'm sort of like, are both backups better? Does it even matter who's starting? I think the Ravens, I think I'd like the Ravens more with Huntley, which is an insane thing to say.
Well, I don't. I think you're insane. More importantly to the broader discussion, just quickly on this. What do you make of the Lamar Jackson story? It's funny because Gabe and I talked about this on our show Monday. And then all of a sudden, Nick Wright had the same take I did 24 hours later. I don't know if that was a coincidence or not, considering we hauled the same producers. I'm sure he didn't have the same take I did for that reason. But um, and now, I mean, I'm watching right now. Willie Colon just went on FS1 this morning and was like, if Lamar's a dude, he's going to play this weekend. And that's what this comes down to, right? Is that the reason why the story is out there about Lamar? It's from the Ravens, very clearly. Like, people are like, why's the story out there? Because the Ravens want it out there. Like, who do you think put the story out there? How do they know he's playing video games up late at night? He's been there for like 8 seasons. They know if he's playing video games at night. Like, come on, guys. Like, why are we this obtuse? You might not like that this story is out there. And you might disagree with the premise of the story that Lamar's not taking his job seriously. Those are fair criticisms to have, but the story is real, Matt. These are things where Ravens are telling the reporter they want it out there because they want to basically absolve themselves of any issues with Lamar moving forward, right? Because there's a breakup happening here. Either Harbaugh's gone or Lamar's gone or both are gone. Someone's gone this year. I think it's John Harbaugh, but we have all often talk about that. But I'll tell you this though, dude, like, he's a back contusion. It's a bruise. Contusions hurt. Okay. A thigh contusion could knock you out of a week. You can't even walk with a thigh contusion. We don't know how bad his back is. No idea how bad it is. I've had weeks. This is 2010. I was playing, Matt. I used to have this problem before my hips got fixed where my hips would just like go out of line. Like, you could feel like they would pop, like one would go up and they get off kilter, and my back would like seize up completely. Like, I couldn't even stand. Like, I come in, like I'd be walking like crooked. And I had that happen to me in a game. I finished the game. The next day, I couldn't even walk, couldn't stand. It took me all week to get ready to play.
Oh.
So acknowledging that could be happening with a contusion of some sort. Guess who would play this weekend? Josh Allen would play. Mahomes would play. Herbert's playing with a broken hand. All these guys would play. They'd all say, F this. I don't care how bad I am. You have to drag me off the field to not play in this game. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And that's how the Ravens put the story out there. They think he can play this weekend. And again, look, I've had arguments with teams too about how healthy I am. I get it. Okay. I get it. But man, a bunch of former players are telling you he's got to play this weekend, guys. Like, it's not, we're just not making it up. We're not just making up how we feel about Lamar. I don't care about Lamar. Seems like a great guy. I have no clue. I did actually, do you ever watch Sunday Conversations with Caleb?
I've seen them. Yeah.
Okay. So I saw one he did with Sophie Cunningham. I was watching it and my wife was like, what's happening here? And I was like, this guy does like these, like, kind of, how do you would describe them? Satirical sit down interviews?
Yeah. Yeah. They kind of parody the form.
Yeah. So we watched someone else and then we were scrolling. I saw one with Lamar and I put it on. And Caleb Presley just showed Lamar pictures that he posted on the internet years ago of him at gas stations, like hanging out at gas stations. It was very funny. Lamar seems like a great dude. That's my point. Like, he took it in stride, laughing. Everything sounds like he's a great dude. But in the end, that doesn't matter. You got to play football when it counts, right, Matt? And I feel like him not playing this game is a problem. And this is why there's a breakup. I don't know who they're going to choose. I think they're going to choose Lamar is my guess. Keep Lamar, bring in a new coach, some new blood, new ideas, all those things. That being said, I think the Packers win and cover this game. I just think that the Ravens are completely dead right now. I don't know what about them makes you think that they're going to be any different than played the last 7 weeks. The Packers defense is good. Now, the problem is Micah Parsons, not great. And 90% of the tickets are on the Packers. Like, this is, to me, feels like we just can't do it. But it would be the Packers to me, unless we have nothing. We went out a ton of games to choose from this weekend.
Yeah, that's so interesting. So you think my guess was that this story was sort of coming from the side of maybe people trying to protect the coaching staff, right?
Yes.
Like, that was my understanding. But it sounds your insight as a former player is that, like, you think that the players are potentially a little bit rattled.
No. I think it's coming from the side of the team. But I'm saying, like, other players are talking about this and they're sort of siding with the team, right? Like, they're sort of siding with, like, Lamar's got to play this weekend. Like, people, here's the thing, right? When players are hurt, the number one thing a lot of fans do is defend them, right? Like, and I think, and players are telling you, like, you got to play, bro. Like, you have to play this weekend. And look, here's the thing. You can play video games all you want if you show up on Sundays. This is the third year he'll end the season hurt in the last four, I think.
Yeah. And it's always
Five.
there seems to always sort of be something lingering, and
I
he
like
hasn't looked right this whole year.
Nick Wright's take about the illness is kind of interesting because every year he does get like a flu.
Yeah, he does.
In like November. And you're like, why do you have the flu every year? Why is that? I had not thought about that until Nick said that. It does, like, it is true though that he has the flu every year.
Yeah, I mean, we see a lot of Snoop Huntley, and I remember the COVID year, he got COVID like twice or three times, like before most people got it once, and it was just like, how is this happening? Like it just felt kind of odd. But yeah, I think there's definitely just some sort of like something's off with that team, and it's just been a little bit strange, like the way that the Derrick Henry thing was handled last week, like just weird vibes coming out of there. Um, but I don't know. I mean, this line has moved up. I think it opened at 3.5, and now it's up to 4.5.
No, I think it
Obviously,
was below 3 earlier this week
yeah. I
before the
guess
Lamar
let's.
didn't practice news.
Yeah, I mean this should be the game where you're like, okay, we're giving Derrick Henry the ball 40 times. Like that should be what happens regardless of who your quarterback is, which may or may not work. But I don't know, man. This is a tricky one to play. But I think I'd rather pass on this just because like the Ravens' entire season being on the line is a bit scary. But if Lamar's not playing, then this is going to look kind of silly, and it's the line's going to keep moving.
I agree. We can come back to revisit this. So let's get to. Do you want to take here? How about this? Let's take our first break here, Matt. We've been going on for a while now. We'll take a quick break. Be back and talk Sunday afternoon games. All right, we're back. I was waiting for the graphic map, but it just didn't get here. Um, let's talk about the games on Sunday, starting with, I imagine, the one in Carolina between the Seahawks and Panthers.
Yeah, why don't we start there? That game starting the 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock window. Panthers are fighting for their lives, and they're catching 7 points at home. This was at 7.5. Is it insane to like the Seahawks here?
No, I like the Seahawks.
Okay, great. Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Great.
So a few things here. If you tell me what Panthers team is going to show up, I'll tell you which team I want to bet on. Because here's the deal. You ready? The last 9 games, beat the Jets, got blown up by the Bills, beat the Packers, lose to the Saints, beat the Falcons, lose the Niners, beat the Rams, lose the Saints, beat the Bucks. Okay. I mean, sure. When they're on, they're on. When they're bad, they're bad. And Seattle this year has pretty much handled business against a team like Carolina. And this game matters, but not really, because next week the Panthers and Bucks play again for the NFC South, which potentially could be our Sunday night football game on Sunday night, which is crazy. But no, if Carolina wins and then Tampa Bay loses, then Carolina wins the division this week. But Tampa Bay goes and plays Miami. But so I just think Seattle's a side here, Matt. I'd be okay with a 7 here for the Seahawks. Good number compared to what we have so far this week.
Yeah. Panthers this season have won 8 games as underdogs straight up. That's the most ever. It's tied for the most ever. If they win again, that would break the record, and they'll probably be underdogs next week unless they win this one. I just look this Panthers team, negative point differential, very strange season. The win over the Bucks, I think a lot of people watched it and feel like they turn the corner or whatever. But this is a different breed Seattle defense with a little bit of rest, a little bit of extra rest rather. The other thing with like this 2 trends for the Seahawks, thanks to our friend Evan Abrams. Sam Darnold 12-0 as a big favorite straight up. So he's been a favorite of 6 or more points 12 times, and he's won all of them and covered 9 of them. That's the most of any quarterback since they've been tracking this stuff. And the Seahawks are great when they go west to east under Mike McDonald, 10-4-1 on the road against the spread, 6-2-1 on the East Coast. So they're not going to have a hard time getting up for this game. The 1 seed is still in the balance here, so plenty to play for and plenty of good reasons to pull away if this game is kind of close in the 4th. So I just think these 2 teams are nowhere close in talent, and the trends are on our side here. So I think this one is a nice play, and you mentioned the number.
I am I am in for that. So let's do that. The next game I like a lot, man.
Really? Okay. This is if we're talking about the same game here, is it Patriots Jets? Is that
No,
what you
I'm just looking at the DraftKings. No, so no, not Patriots Jets. No, no
Okay.
chance.
Mine's in a different order. I'm
Yeah,
looking
just no chance whatsoever.
Yeah, Patriots by 13.5, and I do not think we would ever lay that with the Patriots. Certainly not back the Jets.
No,
Time saver there. Is it Steelers Browns?
it
Is that
is
the game?
Steelers Browns.
Okay,
Yes.
Steelers Browns. The
So
Steelers are 3-point favorites in
yeah,
Cleveland. Go ahead.
I took the Browns +4 this week.
Yeah, nice.
I'll take them +3 right now. Couple things. This is the time to catch the Steelers, man. This is the
Yep.
time. This is the Tomlin special, baby.
100%.
It's the Tomlin special right now.
100%.
We've lost a lot of money on the Steelers this year. We're going to make it all back on the Browns this weekend +3. But this is the Tomlin special, right? You said 9-6. We did it again, Matt. We were over 500, and now you're on the road to play lowly Cleveland, and you lose by 2 points because you lose 12-10. Also, if the Ravens lose Saturday night, this game is irrelevant because Pittsburgh will have clinched the division.
Yep, true.
So give me Cleveland +3 here. Good spot, I think, to fade the Steelers off an impressive win against the Lions. How about the end of that game? Dude, the officiating, man. I don't want to say Brown was pushed back 7 yards. Why does this forward progress continue to go, Matt? I don't understand any of the officiating this year. It has made no sense to me. But Browns +3, sign me up for a little Shadur Sanders action here.
Dude, I can't believe we're doing it, but we absolutely have to. This is such a Brown spot and such a Steelers spot. The two insane streaks. The Browns have lost 22 straight regular season games in Pittsburgh, but they've won 5 of their last 6 home games against Pittsburgh, which is just an insane discrepancy there. This is, the total in this game. Let me see where it's at now at DraftKings. The total is 34.5. So that tells you a lot about what the books are expecting this game to look like. It's going to be a mess. No DK Metcalf means we're going to see a lot of like Kenny Gainwell for 3 yards. So we don't think that the Steelers are going to pull away in this one. It's going to be a mess of a game throughout. So I'm with you. I love the chance to fade Pittsburgh here, and I didn't even really consider the divisional angle here. So this game could mean absolutely nothing except to the Shadur Sanders led Browns. So give us the Browns. What could go wrong? We're taking Shadur against the Pittsburgh defense in December. What could go wrong? I think you hit the mute button there, bud.
That was an accident. I don't know why I did that. I didn't do it on purpose.
A moment of silence for
all right.
for betting the Browns, perhaps.
We are in, buddy. We are in.
All right, I love that. All right, moving on to another playoff implication game in the AFC South. Jacksonville at Indianapolis. Jacksonville. Ooh, this has moved down. They're laying 5.5 points now. Ooh, that's kind of tasty. This was at 6.5 all week. I didn't think we'd get a 5.5. What happened here?
I don't know, but it does feel like this has to be the Jaguars, right?
Yeah, I feel like we're just getting a really nice number here. Oh, interesting. Jaguars, Colts. Yeah, I mean, these two teams have just like a really strange history here. The Colts at home 2-7-1 against the spread against Jacksonville since 2015. They have a winning against the spread record against every other team. This is just like a strange matchup between these two sides. I think Jacksonville's flying under the radar a bit, man. Like I think this could bite me this week, but they're explosive and good. Like I don't think people are paying attention.
I think the question is, like, at some point, Philip Rivers is going to have like a 12 for 27 game for 97 yards and get sacked 4 times. This is the game.
Yeah. Of course, it definitely is. And Jacksonville, great run defense, averaging 87 rushing yards a game, by far the best in the NFL. So if they take away the run, and they're going to make Philip Rivers beat them, and they can put up a bunch of points against this banged up Colts defense, like why not?
I'm in on Jacksonville here.
Wow.
So -5.5 here for the Jags.
Jags 5.5, writing it down. Cleveland +3. Seattle -7. All right, we're more than halfway home here, and now we're getting to some other strange games.
Oh boy,
really strange pocket of games to round out the 1 o'clock hour. Cardinals Bengals. Bengals laying 7.5 outside in a cold weather spot. The point total in this one is 53.5, Jeff.
So, do you follow at all the Circa Survivor contest?
Yeah.
So there were 10 entries this week left, and you have to play. There's 2 week 17s. So 17A and B. A is the Thanksgiving games. You have to save a team for Thanksgiving. So 5 entries had the Cowboys. They played the Cowboys. 4 entries played the Vikings. They played the Vikings. And then 1 entry played the Commanders, but I think hedged or pretty heavily. So they walked away with like 300 grand because these implied values for the teams right now, these entries are like $4 million, whatever it is, or some insane number. So a lot of people are going to play the Bengals this weekend in Survivor that have the Bengals available. This feels like I would hate to have the Bengals this weekend in Survivor. Put it like that.
Really? You just think they just
I just
fall
don't.
apart here?
I just think they're like just sort of dead right now. Now I know they beat the Dolphins, but the Dolphins have a lot of problems. So I just don't believe in the Bengals right now. Did you want to take a side in this game?
It'd probably be Arizona just because they've kept a lot of these games really close. That would probably be the side, but I have no interest in just like a totally meaningless game where Joe Burrow, for whatever reason, like he can just get crazy hot and just, put up 50 points against a really bad defense, especially at home. So I think this is just a smart stay away, save our bullets. Want to move on to the South Florida game here.
Sure.
Tampa Bay at the Dolphins. Tampa Bay playing for their season potentially. They are 5.5-point road favorites at Quinn.
Just moved. It was
Dolphins.
6 when we started the show.
Yeah, it did.
I
don't trust the Bucks enough here.
It would be the 6 with the Dolphins or pass, right?
Oh man, Tampa hasn't covered 7 straight.
Yeah,
That's
they've been
crazy.
bad. They've been very bad. I think we just stay away.
Yeah, both of these teams are kind of dead to me. I think I would be on the Bucks. So yeah, that's definitely a pass then. And then the last game, God, what are we gonna do in the 1 o'clock hour? I might just put one screen on. Last game is Saints Titans. Saints 2.5-point favorites at Tennessee, and I gotta be honest, the Saints are kind of frisky, buddy.
I kind of want to back the Saints here.
I know, same. What is wrong with us? Tyler Shuck is a road favorite. What could go wrong?
Their DVOA on defense the last 5 weeks is 3rd.
It's been very good. It's been very good.
God,
he's 5-2 against the spread.
I just know I'm going to go onto the app and see Chris Raybon on the Tennessee Titans, though.
No, I don't think these Titans have a whole lot going on here.
They beat the lifeless Chiefs, which is, sure, that doesn't really count to me as a great win.
Yeah. The Saints leading running back this week may be Taysom Hill, just so you know. that may actually be a thing.
I don't want to. Then I'm not betting on them if it's Taysom Hill.
Yeah. We need some maybes, so I'll put them on a different list here.
Okay.
Saints plus
I'll put them on the maybes list.
Not a big home field crowd in Tennessee here. Tyler Shuck, who knew? Okay, a standalone 105 game, 405. The battle for the number 1 pick, the Raiders and the Giants. The Giants are road favorites to the Las Vegas Raiders. I can't believe this game is happening. What an opportunity. This game is going to be comedy.
Can I make a case for the Raiders in this game?
Yeah, dude, you can actually. God, no.
I think the Raiders are dumb enough to try to win this game.
They're definitely going to try to win this game. 1,000% they're going to try. 1,000%.
And the Giants are not.
No, they definitely are not. The Giants, the Raiders also found something in their run game last week. Genty had the first good game of his career against.
I know. I'm in my fantasy championship because of Genty.
Same. Well, not because of him, but congratulations. They're gonna give him he's gonna have the best game of his life. I bet he's gonna have a 40-point fantasy game, and the Giants are gonna be oh no, we gave up 200 yards to Genty.
It would be nice just because I need I don't need, but I told the group that I'm playing fantasy with that the money that I win from this will just go right to the donation of DraftKings. So winning that would be good for me. Yeah, I got Genty. My quarterback right now is Cam Ward for the week.
Oh boy.
Well, the reason why is that like it's Bryce Young or Cam Ward. Am I taking Bryce Young playing the Seahawks or Cam Ward, or do I pick someone else?
Who are your you have do you have a better option?
My
Like
other one of my number one quarterback tore his ACL, so that he's out.
oh, yeah. Okay.
So I mean, I can look here. Let's look. Let's see who we have available. Riveting content here as we talk about fantasy football. What quarterback do we have available? Let's see here for this weekend. We can choose it right now. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, I got Gino
Hmm. It's not bad.
or Rivers, Rogers. It's got to be Gino, right?
Gino or Ward?
Yeah, Gino, right?
Probably Gino. Wow, what a nightmare, dude. What an
He's
apocalypse.
he's projected to have 3 more points than Cam Ward.
Yeah, dude. Cam Ward. I mean, just better, just a worse defense there.
So I have a. Oh wait, no, I have to start my quarterback though. That would be bad. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see what I had a 53% chance to win. Now I have with Gino in the lineup. I have a. Oh no, it didn't work. Wait, he's not going to let me do it. Who knows? Who cares? Well, let's move on to something else here because no one cares about my fantasy team. Let's take a break here. We'll come back with the afternoon games and then the Sunday night game and the Monday night game. Let's do that.
Sounds good. All right, really nice slate in the afternoon, Jeff.
We're back.
We've got Buffalo and Philly in a game that I just can't believe we're getting in the end of the regular season with all these trash games. The Bills are short favorites, 1.5-point home favorites, and I feel like that might be a little bit too low. Do you?
You like Buffalo?
I think I do. Yeah. I mean, Lane Johnson being back somehow is the most important thing about the entire Philadelphia Eagles team. But I don't like. Has anyone watched Philadelphia in the last month?
I mean, I just think Buffalo's defense is really bad.
It's very bad.
That's a problem, obviously.
It's going to be a run-heavy game for Philly. But I don't. I just don't trust Philly in these big spots. But we don't have to take this one by any means.
Yeah, because I like the Eagles, I think.
Okay, let's pass it then.
Yeah. Did you like Buffalo a lot or not?
Not a lot, but it feels like it to me. Buffalo just seems like one of these teams that should never be favored by that little at home against a team as suspect as Philly. But
their defense is just—I mean, every game Buffalo wins has to be the exact same way. That just margin of error is just so short when that happens.
Yeah, but Philly's the same. It's gonna be we're gonna learn something about these two teams.
I just don't buy the Buffalo like Super Bowl contender thing, which is like what people are trying to push right now. I just don't see it. I don't buy that.
Who is it? Like, there's no team that I believe in. There's not one. There's the Rams, who every time I believe in them, they have some ridiculous game. Granted, if Adams is back, I believe in them. But like, who else is there?
It's a good point.
Like, it could be anybody. It's just one of those years where like the tournament's just open.
Yeah, it does feel like it does feel like it's like if Buffalo doesn't do it now, when are they ever going to do it?
Yeah.
Right?
I got to be honest. When I was watching Denver last night, they kind of do have the look. Like,
Denver?
I do think that they're like.
I keep telling you, Denver's that's my, I've said it for weeks now, right?
I'm with you now. I just like Nick's is surgical. Like, he makes a couple of dumb plays, but they've really gone down. And he makes really accurate, smart passes. He never like puts them in a bad spot. RJ Harvey has been like really, really solid for them, and they have like a bunch of runners, and that defense is like not even really playing that well, and it feels like it still has room to go. And they're still probably the best unit in the league. I feel like they could do it. And if everybody has to go to their place and play in that altitude, like they could end up being a Super Bowl team. I can't believe that.
It's look, the 1 seed, man. Think about this: the 1 seed, they have to win one home game in their AFC Championship game.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all it takes.
It somehow feels like that. It happens. There's a lot of upsets in that spot, but yeah, I think they could do it. They look like the best team in the AFC to me. Okay, what were we talking about? We were talking about the Bills.
Bears Niners is next.
Now we have Bears Niners. the both of these teams make no sense to me. The Niners are favored by 3. I mean,
Um,
who do you believe in less? Like, I feel like both of these teams, I'm waiting for the bottom to fall out.
okay, so the Bears have won 6 games now, 6 games where they were trailing under 2 minutes left. Kind of remarkable. Uh, the Niners have a ton of issues on defense. They cannot rush the passer. But this is interesting, Matt, because the schedule here could be a big factor in this game. The Niners played Monday night on the road, got back Tuesday. The Bears played Saturday at home. They have a 2-day rest advantage in week 17. I mentioned this on the internet. People are like, well, teams play on short rest all the time. Like, yeah, well, they played another team on short rest. Like, yeah. or someone played someone off a bye, but they had a full 7 days. It's not like someone played someone off a bye with 5 days rest. So I would lean Bears here, but I don't feel great about it. I can't imagine needing the Bears and they come back down to earth and Niners win by 13, you know?
I like the Bears too.
Or do you? Well, I mean, I'll put them
especially because all these coin flip games, things just seem to go their way, and like that just adds up over time. Like Denver, like the Chiefs every year, right? Except for this year, Denver this year, my team last year, where it's like you get these close games and you just kind of have a feeling at the end of it, like that one team is just going to pull it out, and like for the Bears. The Bears can travel, and that's the thing that I liked about them coming into this season. And I think they might be like a sneaky playoff team. They run the ball super well. It's not personnel based. It's not like they need to give Barkley the ball 500 times. Like they just move the ball really easily. Right. And the Niners obviously do too, but they're so dependent on a few guys just like being perfect in every game. And I feel like at some point there's just going to be an inefficiency there. And I don't know, like the Bears have just been good, man. Like they're 9-5-1 against the spread this year. That you mentioned the Niners' problems on defense. Like I feel like this is a coin flip game, and we're getting 3 points on a team that's like pretty damn good.
I don't disagree. I like the Bears +3 too. I just don't know if I want to be on them Sunday night, but I'm with you here as well. One more game before we decide here are 5.
Wow, this went down also. The Rams are 7.5-point favorites in Atlanta. This was sitting at 8.5 all week.
Why is this not a 25-point Rams win?
I don't know. I think the only reason would be if like maybe this offense is just broken without Adams. That's the only reason. But why would this just come down?
They went to Seattle and scored 30 points.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the Rams. I'm
the Rams too.
Zigzagging here.
I mean, look, man, there's one big reason to take this game, and it might be the last time we could ever fade Kirk Cousins in primetime. This might be it, dude. He's 4-11 against the spread all the time on Monday Night Football.
You're right.
He lost his first 9 on Monday Night Football. McVay, 28-12 straight up in December, 3-0 against the spread in 2025. I guess depending what number you got last week. And yeah, we get to fade the Falcons when everybody's thinking the Falcons like actually are kind of decent and the Rams are maybe a little bit suspect. Like this feels like a nice spot, even if it's kind of a bad number.
I agree. All right, so Cleveland +3 is in, right?
Lock.
Okay.
I think Seattle.
Seattle, yes, Seattle in. So that leaves us.
I really like these. There's like so.
Oh, I like the Raiders too, by the way.
Oh, the Raiders. All right, we got to put them in the maybe.
Right. Oh, they're in the maybes.
They're +1.5 at home, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Rams, Jags, Saints, Raiders, Bears. We need 5 of those for 3 spots.
I mean, oh boy. I don't think we are being responsible by taking the Raiders. I'm going to be honest. If you love it, we can do it.
You know it's the right side, though. Is it?
Oh,
Let me look it up. Are we just like being sheep and being like, that's like but I think the Raiders are going to try to win this game. The Giants, I don't think are.
I'm very scared.
Stucky's on them.
Man, we can take Jackson. Well, Jacksonville, I like too.
Well, the problem is we like all these road favorites.
Let's take this. Can we take the Saints out?
Sure.
Okay, let's take the Saints out.
So you want to do Jags, Rams? I
So
like the
we
Rams a lot.
All right, let's put the Rams in. Let's fade Kirk Cousins one last time, just for
Let's do it.
old time's sake. So now we have to pick two of Jags, Bears, and Raiders. Oh boy. Which one do you feel? The Jags one is a little suspect, but I do like it.
At this point in the season, we're 40%. So, like, what does it matter?
I mean, let's take the Raiders, man. let's take the Raiders, and then let's take
The Bears?
yeah, let's take the Bears.
Okay.
Wow. I like this five.
I think the
like it a
Raiders.
lot.
I think the Raiders are trying to win this game. I absolutely believe they're going to try to win this game.
They definitely are, dude. Pete Carroll is like 100% trying to do that.
Matt, last Friday, we bought my son a bearded dragon. All right. He said he wanted a bearded dragon for Hanukkah. We bought him a bearded dragon. Okay. So went and got the cage and terrarium all set up. Then Saturday, my wife and her friend disappear for a few minutes. They come back with a second bearded dragon. So now I have a second terrarium. So now I have two bearded dragons.
Why?
A German Shepherd. Well, for Hanukkah, we made our kids, made is the wrong word. We asked them to make us PowerPoint presentations for the gifts they wanted for Hanukkah. Okay.
Okay.
And they did a great job. And my son had a very detailed PowerPoint on bearded dragons. He wanted a bearded dragon. Okay.
Okay. This is like a lizard, essentially.
Yeah, it's a lizard. But I can bring it, it'll sit on my like chest while I'm working if I wanted it to.
If you did that during the show, I think I would leave.
I did it with Gabe the other day.
You did?
Yes. But then he ran off of me and ran through my office. And then he took a poop on me.
Dude, you can't. This is why you can't have lizards running around on your shoulders during a podcast. We're living in a society.
Well, I think probably was he heard my voice. He got like when you got talk too loud, they scurry away from me.
Oh, interesting.
But man, yeah. So I have two bearded dragons now, and a German Shepherd and 5 hermit crabs. And
hermit crabs? What are you doing down there?
I don't know. But what happened was I showed my wife videos of bearded dragons on TikTok, and that sold her on the bearded dragon. She didn't want one. Then she saw how like oh look how cute they are. It is fun to feed them. They make a lot. It's a very ASMR like they make a lot of crunchy noises when they eat. I should probably film one for you and send it to you.
Oh, nice. What do they eat?
Beetles, crickets.
British rock band?
They look like little roly polies. Beetles, crickets, worms. I feed them collard greens, arugula. Like they have, yeah.
You're feeding a lizard collard greens? That's what's happening at your house?
Just a leaf, like an uncooked leaf.
That's probably I'm going to be thinking about that for the rest of the day.
And then when they get older, they switch to like mostly greens and a little bit of roaches. Now it's roaches twice a day. So
roaches?
like I have it. Yeah, like these little roaches are like this big.
So you have to go buy roach. Like, are they freeze dried or something?
No, they come alive. I just ordered another 200 today.
You ordered 200 roaches for a lizard.
Where
are you putting them?
They just hang out in their little carton.
Where? Like in the garage?
No, the beetles are right up here in the playroom.
They're in the house?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. You have like a habitat happening, dude. You have like a borderline ecosystem in your home. So you go in there and you pick out a live bug and you feed it to a lizard when the mood strikes. That's
twice
that's
a
what's
day.
happening.
No, twice a day, morning and night.
Wow.
I drop they eat like five little beetles and a couple worms and a cricket or two, and then give them some greens.
Is there like a wholesale place where you're buying these worms?
Yeah, I ordered them from the internet from a place that sells live insects for creatures.
Dude, this is
I just
blowing
sent
my
you a video
mind.
of them.
I I'm hitting play. I can't believe that you're that this is something you're into.
Oh, I'm not. We had to do it. I had to be into because I'm in charge. So the other day before my
These
kids left to
terrariums
go
are massive, by the way.
before, yeah, the when they get bigger, they need double the size of that terrarium. They need that's a 50 gallon. They need 125.
Double?
They need 125. I when my kids got these, by the way, 2 days before they went skiing in Whistler. So before they went skiing, I said, Alex, do you know who has to take care of these things and why I was like sort of against getting a second one? And he's like, I don't know who. And my Meredith just 2 finger points right at me. I was like, yes, I'm in charge of these guys. Me, Geoff Schwartz, in charge of the German Shepherd who's right here, and Chuck and Arthur. Those are their names, Chuck and Arthur.
Chuck and Arthur. So is that why you're not on the ski trip?
No, I had to work a bunch this weekend. I don't ski.
I I was well, my wife asked the question that I was going to ask you to end the show, which is the Christmas tree still in the house?
No,
It's
so
December 26th.
No. The Christmas tree went down on Sunday.
Last week?
Yeah, because my wife went Monday morning to Whistler and she didn't want it,
You just dumped it.
and she didn't want it here when she got back today. And so it actually
didn't
got
even
picked.
make it to Christmas.
It got picked up on Wednesday. It's like gone. Like the trash picked it up on Wednesday.
They picked it up on the 24th.
Yeah.
Dude, what is happening in your house?
Friday, so that would have been the 19th. My wife is like, this thing's got to go. I'm tired of this thing being in the house. Like she was like ready for it to go. Now, mind you, we get our Christmas tree before Thanksgiving.
I have so many questions. And yet but you're Jewish.
Yes.
And like Christmas isn't that important.
No,
Like you spent it apart.
My kids got 0 Christmas gifts.
Yeah. And the tree, but you got to get the tree that early. And now there's,
I
don't know, maybe you could get like some
put the
worms
Hanukkah
on the
gifts-
tree and give them to the lizards.
We put the Hanukkah gifts under the tree.
I mean, that's not, I did that because I'm half and half. So that's like, that happened when I was growing up. That doesn't sound, I'm sure the listeners are like, that's insane, but that doesn't sound weird to me.
I can't explain to my wife. I was doing radio this week, and my co-host, who I've done radio with enough, was like, what do you and your wife have in common? And I was like,
Kids?
I don't know.
A couple lizards.
We love each other, but I don't know. I don't tell you, man. I don't know how to explain her.
You're not supposed to be the same person. You're supposed to have like the same values.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't going to get into all that. Correct. We have the same values, but yes, I just like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain her, but we had no pets 2 years ago, and now we have a dog, 2 bearded dragons, 5 hermit crabs. They just sit on you, like hang out with you. I'm supposed to actually, they're very social. I'm actually supposed to take them out probably a little bit more than I do. When my kids come back tonight, and they can play with them when they get back. Yeah, they just like, here, look, I'll send you a picture. They just like he just sits on me like this on my shoulder. One of them, that's Arthur.
Shout out to Arthur, man. Wow, there he is.
Yeah. All right.
Crazy.
Well, enough bearded dragon talk.
Are you giving out any bowl game picks here?
There's nothing. Well, I mean, Gabe and I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that on
because we will talk after the New Year's bowl games on the 2nd, if we're still doing the 2nd. So
yeah,
we'll have a recap of those with you, and then we'll get to last week of the NFL. So we'll do that next week. Hope everyone has a good week. Currently watching what bowl game is this? The Game Above Sports Bowl on noon on Friday, the 26th in Detroit. So lots of great action to watch today, tomorrow, and whatnot. Hope you guys have a great weekend of sports watching, friends and family. We'll talk to you guys on Tuesday. Care for